me till he got on his feet. And so this went on for 7 years. I was in the 2nd grade. And his brother and his wife, Aunt Leon and Uncle Gene Moore, came out to Phoenix for a visit to meet my parents and meet Mr. and Mrs. Diller and to see me and everything. And they wrote back and they said, if you don't consent to letting those people adopt that child, we'll go to court.
Wow.
So he wrote back and said that he would consent. And so he did. And so I told the whole school I was so excited about it. I'm going to town today and be adopted. I was so thrilled because I always knew about it.
Right.
And so they adopted me, and I had a wonderful, wonderful home. I always had so much love and so much attention. And my mother was a beautiful seamstress, and she would make me the most beautiful clothes. They were so beautiful. I mean, everybody thought we were rich people, but we weren't. But I never knew it. I always thought we were rich. I always thought we were rich because I had everything, and they were so good to me. And
now, were you their only child?
Huh?
Were you the only child of theirs?
I was raised an only child, but I just loved all of my cousins. All of Dad, Philip Diller's brothers had great big families. I really never did understand. I don't think they could have children. If they didn't, they were both married late in years. They were 40 when they got married, so they were late in years and they couldn't have children. But I always got to go and play with my cousins. I loved they were just like my real cousins, but they weren't, of course. They were my adopted cousins, but I never knew it, and they never knew it, because we just had such good times. And I could go, in the summertime, I could go and stay a week with this one, and a week with that one, and a week with somebody else, and it was so much fun, because just Uncle Dan's family, my gosh, they had so many kids that we could just play all kinds of things, baseball and whatever. So I had a wonderful time. And then they could come and stay with me.
Where did they live?
Huh?
Where did they live?
What, honey?
Where did all your cousins live?
In Phoenix.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but they lived in North Phoenix and we lived in South Phoenix.
I gotcha.
Because in 1925 we had a terrible, terrible storm. It was a hailstorm. It came up in the middle of the night, and I remember, even though I was maybe only 5, I remember it because it was so traumatic. The sound was just horrible. And I remember Mom and Dad got me out of my crib, and we went down the basement. We stayed down there for the rest of the night. And the next morning got up, and that hail had just peeled the bark right off the citrus trees and ruined all the citrus. And we had a big citrus grove in North Phoenix, and my dad said, it's too cold in North Phoenix. He says, I'm moving out to South Phoenix. And he went out there and bought 20 acres, planted every single citrus tree, built a brand new house, and it was one of those Spanish stucco houses. It had 3 bedrooms, a bath in the middle of the house, which was unusual at that time, I think, because this was only about 1927, and it had a skylight. So we always had a lot of light in the bathroom, and it had a tub and a stool and a wash basin. We always had all the modern conveniences because living in Phoenix, you just had that. And, because so many people my age never had those kind of things if they lived in the country. They had these outhouses, and they had to pump their water and all that kind of stuff. But I never experienced any of that because we always had running water. We always had a indoor lovely bathroom. And I can remember I had a pet kitten. It was yellow. It was the cutest little thing that ever was. And I just loved that kitten. Then we always had fox terrier dogs. So I always had a little fox terrier pup or a dog. And